What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ryan back with another fighting game video. Now, I promise I'm still working on the next Ultra Rumble video, but this week has just been packed with news, and short videos like this are easy to make. So Summer Games Fest wrapped up today, and we got our first look at the characters being added to Street Fighter 6 in Season 4. Those being Yasmine and Arjun, two completely new characters, Bosch, the secondary protagonist of the game's World Tour mode, and as a shock to, well, not that many people, but I'll come back to that, Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII. Now, before I give my thoughts on each of these characters, just allow me to say, thank God that supposed leak roster ended up being fake. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good for you. Fuck leaks. But a while back, it was said that this season pass would consist of Vega, Gouken, Mike Hagar from Final Fight, and Tifa. Whether it was pure coincidence or the person actually had insider knowledge, the only one that ended up being correct was Tifa. And again, I say, thank God. Now, don't get me wrong. Hagar definitely would have been sick to see. For some reason, he's the only one from the original Final Fight trio to never be playable in a Street Fighter game. And him being in Marvel vs. Capcom means there's already a precedent for this sort of thing. But man, those other two. Gouken is the lesser of the two evils, I guess. I didn't really play Street Fighter 4, so I can't speak on his gameplay, like if he was cool or not. But in general, unless it's Sakura, or better yet, Sean, do not chat to me about adding more Shotos to this game. We overly good on that. You know what else we're good on? Street Fighter 2. On top of the base roster bringing back every single World Warrior, plus Cammy and DJ, there had been a Street Fighter 2 character in every season up to this point. And it was already bad enough that they brought back Bison, despite him dying in 5 and being nowhere to be seen in 3, making it seem like we were finally done with all the Shadowloo mess. So if I watched that trailer and saw Vega, I would have lost it, dude. I know a lot of people like to say the story doesn't matter in fighting games, and hey, if you don't care about it personally and just want your favorite character back, that's all fine and good. But Capcom made the conscious decision to set this game after Street Fighter 3 in the timeline. So for them to just immediately return to the status quo of, we gotta stop Bison and Shadowloo, would just be a waste, dude. I don't know what else to tell you. Good thing that's not what happened. Long tangent over with, now on to what was actually revealed. Yasmine is cool. Her design is easily my favorite, and I like that she seemingly fights with a karambit. Give me real Cody or MK1 Smoke vibes. They cooked. Arjun. Now, I'm going to wait to see his gameplay before fully dismissing him, but I already don't like Dalsum, so putting a Dalsum disciple on my screen who looks like just a shirtless nigga does nothing for me. I'm sorry. Then again, I didn't like Fong, and they followed him up with Aki's fine ass, so I don't know. We'll see. Bosch. I'm glad he's here, but it seems a little late to be adding him, no? I mean, as far as I understand, they're not updating World Tour anymore, so it would make more sense to add him in like seasons 1 or 2 and have his side story be more fleshed out than the other DLCs. And hey, maybe he could have saved us from dealing with Mai. But like I said, it's cool that he's here. Better late than never. Tifa. Man, Tekken really fumbled this one, huh? So in a vacuum, this is hype as hell. I couldn't stream my reaction due to technical issues, but best believe all my friends and I were screaming when she showed up. I'm sure she'll be fun, and I'm sure she'll bring a lot of new players to the game. But once the hype died down and I thought about it more, man, I am really getting tired of all these guest characters. Outside of the general oversaturation of guests across all fighting games, it's especially bothersome in Street Fighter 6. As I mentioned earlier, this is the first game in almost 30 years to take place after 3 chronologically. So you'd think that that would mean seeing some of the titular new generation all grown up and leading the charge, right? And that's not even just a personal preference thing, like what I would want. It just makes logical sense. But that's not what we got. In the 4 years of this game being out, we've only gotten 2 characters from Street Fighter 3. 2. And they weren't even in the base roster. We had to wait until Season 2 for the first one. And look, I obviously wasn't born, but I'm well aware of how poorly these characters were received in the 90s. Hell, a certain subset of people are mirroring that exact reaction with the characters in this pass. But if Capcom were still worried about that, then they wouldn't have added so many of them to 4 or 5. They know how much we like these characters now. Since this game, and many others like Tekken, shifted to 4 character seasons, adding all these guests lessens the likelihood of these fan favorites ever returning. I'm not joking, there are more guests than there are characters from Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4, and Street Fighter Alpha. Overall though, I'm mostly on board with this pass. Yasmine and Bosch are sick, Arjun has the potential to be sick, and Tifa, despite my aversion to guest characters, is a fucking baller choice. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one.